What's up, everybody? This is Lee, Shushing K9 Training here, back with two videos in one. One video takes place on March 26th, the other one on March 23rd, and it's a short protection. The other one on March 30th, and it's a short protection training video. You'll see here that we're working on some barking holds with Onyx, and I'll have another video uploading after, and you'll see kind of where we're, going, or where the goal is that we're heading towards. So right now, we just got some cones set up with a little bar in front of them, and we're working on Onyx's. Well, Robert's working on Onyx's barks, and obviously his dedication to the bark. And like I said, this video is going to be really short, but what we're working towards is getting him to do barking holds in the blind, and obviously he has to learn secondary obedience with all of that kind of stuff. So right now he has an e-collar on, and of course we also make our corrections with the prong. But the reason why I'm not holding him is because you have to kind of let the dog figure stuff out on their own, because obviously in the actual shushing IGP 1, 2, and 3 trial with protection work, you won't be holding the dog on a leash when you send them into the blind to bark at the helper and stuff. So that's kind of why that bar is right there, and those two cones is set up right there, because most of the time when dogs bark, they tend to bark to the right side of the helper, or the helper's left side. So yeah, and like I said, in the next video I'll upload, you guys will see a little bit more of that secondary obedience that I was talking about. But he does have on an e-collar, and Onyx will be 2 years old April 16th. So we do make corrections with his prong, but we're also making corrections with his e-collar, mainly because he's an older dog. Obviously he's still growing mentally, and somewhat a little bit physically as well, but mostly mentally. So he's able to handle a lot more actual stern corrections that you wouldn't give a puppy. And as you can see, as long as you know how to correct the dog, and as long as the dog doesn't get discouraged or anything like that. So a lot of these clips are really short. Now we're on our March 30th video, and as you can see, now we have the blind set up, and his barking is actually a little bit better, within that few days difference already. So we have our two cones set up, and as I mentioned, the end goal right here, he kind of went to the side of the cones, but Rob kind of worked him back in the middle. Nothing is wrong with that. We have that bar right there, and Onyx and Robert which is our helper. He's holding the e-collar. Well, he's holding the button to activate the e-collar in case Onyx get dirty in the blind. And you'll see that a lot with these shushing dogs. Sometimes they get really dirty in the blinds, and they go for bites when they're not supposed to. So anyways, as I mentioned, this video is really short, and it's probably going to be able to end soon. As I say with every voiceover, I'm unable to see when the videos are, about to end. But I think this is we probably got one or two more clips, and I didn't really have to upload this video to YouTube. I just wanted to kind of put it on there to kind of lead the way to the next video that I'm going to post on YouTube, because he's already showing more dedication in the protection work in the as far as the barking holds that we're doing in these blinds. So yeah, he's definitely getting better, and he's definitely learning the process of things, and that's why I put these videos on YouTube. Catch you guys later.